Alright, let's try this again. I definitely started doing a video. I got about 5 minutes in, and I'm using my phone, and my other phone decided to be an asshole, and it said the battery's over temperature, and it shut my camera off. So that's like the second time I started a video on that. I'm just not doing it anymore. So here's where we are. Got the clutches in. Alright, got the new Boss clutch, got the new clutch springs, got the new clutch bolts. So that's all in. Put the clutches in, stacked them the way they're supposed to be, of course. New gasket. We have over here a crack in the frame, but luckily we know how to weld, so we're going to weld that crack. That's going to fix that up. The only thing we're waiting on for this top end is that wrist pin to put that piston back together, because without that I'm dead in the water. I mean, I could use that shorter wrist pin, but it's a ½ inch shorter, so that's no bueno. So we're not going to do that. Other things that I've done today is the oil tank. I pulled the oil tank off, and this bottom line right here that comes in, it's got a screen on it that sticks up about right there. And that thing right there was caked full of any of the metal shavings that came off inside the motor from all this damage that's been going on. I found the metal shavings. They were in the oil tank. So there was a big ball of them. A bunch of aluminum shavings. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know. I did find a couple things that were broken and beat apart by the engine, but there's not really much damage inside of there that I can see. So we're going to send it, and hopefully that little rat nest of aluminum shavings doesn't cause a problem. Well, it's not. I think, to be honest, I think it's from that bolt that was bouncing around, and there's scrapes inside the side cover on this one. And on the other side, there's little scrapes in there, and I think that's just from the side of the casing getting scraped. Little tiny shavings and shit. So, and it was also gunked up with Permatex. So we blew that out real good, cleaned it out real good, and got that screen to where I can see through it now. So I would suggest doing that. Maybe the next oil change, go ahead and pop that bottom line off of there. It's a number 5 torque, or number 5 Allen. There's 2 bolts, pop those down, pull that line out, check that screen. So apparently that's a problem area. We got our new oil filter on there. These are the old clutches. They're all glazed over. So that was our clutch issue. As far as the clutch springs, these are from the Alba Racing clutches that I got. I got my calipers and I measured these. They're 3 millimeters bigger than the stock ones, and these ones are a millimeter shorter than where they're supposed to be. So that was our problem. We got all new clutch bolts too, so that's good. Blew out all the oil lines. I can't remember exactly what I said in this video versus the other video. So we blew out all the oil lines. Got all up in here, blew all the oil lines out, cleaned them out. All that good old stuff. Blew out the return line as well, which is visibly loose, so that needs to be tightened up. And or if it's got an O-ring on there, I'll have to check, and I'll have to pull that out and double check and make sure that's good. So I'm pretty sure like one of these abrasions could be from where some of the shavings are from. And we have this little ear here that holds the timing chain guide that is broken off from one of the bolts. It's laying right there. Pull it out of the bottom of the motor. I'm debating on whether just to leave it off or to JB weld it back in here. I don't know if anybody has an opinion on that or not. It's kind of where we're at. Been super busy with my business. For some reason, all of a sudden, everything got really busy and it got crazy. So, crazier than last year. So I haven't had time. I've been running ragged ever since Tuesday. Because typically I have Mondays and Fridays left open for landscape work, and I had a landscape job Friday, and I go bid another one after I got done with the last one, and then I had 16 mow jobs on Monday, so it was hectic. But we're getting there. A little bit at a time. I'm not sure of what else to put in this one. We're 5 minutes and 33 seconds in. Just want to throw a little update, say happy Saturday. Be careful what torque wrench you buy, because the Harbor Freight torque wrench right there is what really screwed me up on that boss clutch. Also, I do believe that on top of that, it was the fact that the springs were too long. So when they compressed down, there's nowhere for the bolts to go, and then snapped the bolts. So crazy, crazy, crazy. Been through this thing way too much. The wrist pin says that it should be here by the 8th, but I have no idea. With the whole Corona crap going on, it could be later. That's the only thing that's holding me up, because I've got my gasket set over here. That's the gasket that came with the clutch plates and everything. We got the whole gasket set over here. We got our AMSOIL in the other day. Oh look, we got an AMSOIL sticker. Woohoo! So we got an AMSOIL filter on there. Got all of our gaskets there. Got more parts chilling over there on the old snowmobile. It's not milk, by the way, that's water. So this is the wrist pin that's too short. So this one right here is from that other piston, which is designed for shaved weight. So it's a little bit shorter, so it doesn't fit in there between the clips. So it slides back and forth. I really don't want that movement while the motor's going. So as far as everything else, new cover and head. I got to clean up our side cover over here, get that Permatex off there. We're going to be using the regular gasket that we got. I'm probably going to put in the clutch lever and the clutch cable today. That'll probably be a thing. I want to try to get as much done as I possibly can, because I don't know when I'm going to have time again after the weekend. And if that part shows up, I don't know if it's coming through the post office or not, but if it's coming through UPS or whatever, it won't be here until next week, because UPS don't come here on the weekends, neither does FedEx, so that's where we're at. Got the muffler, exhaust. I think that's it. New cylinder. It's niche, but it's what I could do for right now. Maybe later on we'll change it out and put a different one in there, but for now this is what it is. I think that's it. So until next time, keep washing your hands before you pick your nose. Little boy wants to be in the video. So ham. Bye. Bye. Alright, until next time.